Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the fishing in Okinawa. I'm watching a lot of people jump in here. A lot of the people that watch the No BS World Tour, they've seen you jump in, said good morning from Okinawa. I've had the pleasure of fishing with you out in Okinawa. So and Susan Abbott from Texas is actually right now just asking, what kind of fish do you guys catch? So I'm going to kind of turn that over to you.
So I'll be honest, my charter specifically, what we're doing is sport fishing. But I have to stop for a moment and pay homage to what we call the Uminchi fishermen, which is the Japanese commercial fishermen. So in Japan, everything revolves around the tuna. I mean, 100% the tuna is king here, and that's what their economy is based on. It's as big, the tuna is as big as farming is here. And the Uminchi fishermen are the guys that go out and spend their lives bringing those tuna back in and putting them in the market and putting them on our plates and everything. And so I got in with some of those guys several years ago and was able to build some relationships with some of those guys and get trained by them and raised by them in the Okinawan style of fishing. And it's paid dividends. And then we decided, to start taking customers out and putting them on fish and sport fishing for charters.
Cam, how long have you been in Okinawa?
I've been in Okinawa now for 11 years. I came here with the military, got out of the military. I actually married a local Okinawan, my beautiful wife, Manami, and we have a child here in Okinawa, so we've planted roots. But I've been here now for a total of 11 years, and it's great. I love it here. We're building a house. Have no intentions of leaving here.
So this week we're going to feature one of the things we do in our shop. You get rods sometimes from time to time that are just unrepairable. Like you can't. There's something wrong. Like what's something that's completely unrepairable?
A rod broken just about at the base.
Just okay.
You can't really do nothing.
So above the rear seat, below the first guide, full brake. So Devon gets mostly my rods. Devon gets rods that are broken completely in half. So what we're going to talk about is one of the things that we recommend to folks out there. If you're anywhere in the world, go to your local tackle shop. What we've been doing is taking that completely broken rod, breaking it down, you're pulling off all the components, and what are you doing with it?
So I strip the rod down, kind of start from scratch, and from there I kind of get an idea of if I'm going to wrap the rod or are we going to marble the rod, or what's left of the rod at that point. Find the gaff, the actual hook itself, see if we can't seat it in there. If not, find a way to. Other than that, we'll just wrap it. I can weave. I'm trying to learn new techniques each week. So right now I'm trying to learn how to weave, starting with letters, and soon I'll move into pictures. So say you wanted a picture of a tuna on there, try to learn how to weave in a tuna, something like that.
Weaves, no decals.
Yeah, no decals, no stickers. I'm trying to
no
make
decals.
this a
Dev's
custom,
all thread. He's all thread.
rod.
Custom thread work. We gaff a lot of fish, and these recycled, reutilized blanks are phenomenal gaffs. It may have ended its life as a fishing rod, but it just started its life as a gaff. And you can take that rod, what Devon's doing, and you can customize that rod all the way out and make it a custom gaff. And then we just, pair it up with whatever 3-inch, 4-inch gaff hook, so on and so forth. And the customers have loved them so far. The deckhands have loved them so far. And I'm probably going to throw a couple your way that are my rods. So
I've enjoyed making them.
You think you could do thread weave my name in cursive in there? All right, cool. I appreciate it.
Gotta learn that first.
Yeah,
I can
like
probably
23
do it.
different colors would be good. I like rainbow, like this skirt. You know what I mean? You can rainbow it. Okay. So we're gonna feature a lure maker who's here in Okinawa, Japan. But this guy specifically, Miyagi-san, is just an unbelievable guy. So he owns a company. He's the lure maker for KZK lures, the lures that you see in front of us here. He makes offshore trolling lures. He makes a variety of different ones. Each one is handmade. And when I say handmade, I mean, if you think about like the original Hawaiian lure makers, and they have their, make their dyes and they pour it's handmade. It's true old school Hawaiian lure making at its finest here. The featured lure that we're doing this week is the Mintama, which in Japanese is eyeball. And it's this, we've kind of nicknamed it the lollipop. It's kind of came out as the lollipop. I hope he's okay with that. Sorry if you're not. It's called Mintama. It's a keel weighted fully spherical lure, right? So if you kind of take a look at it there, it's for us, it's an original design because we don't have any lure makers that we purchase from or anything that make this shape lure head. But I will say every lure that he's made for us has just crushed this past year. And so they're phenomenal. It's a phenomenal product. We sell them here in our shop and we distribute them all across the globe. And we just wanted to bring light to him because he's a local lure maker here. So soon to come, we're actually going to launch our merchandise through our e-commerce and whatnot. So just kind of stay tuned for all that stuff that's coming in the future.
Let's talk about Okinawa, Japan, your boats, your tackle shop. You have the largest inventory of lure skirts in all of Okinawa, but you may even have it for all of Japan.
There's the potential. There is. There's just not, my goal when I opened my tackle shop was just to try to bring a little bit of an American style tackle shop to Okinawa. And my goal was to bring some of the American brands at the American prices so that we could provide them at an affordable price to these service members. And it's super cool.
I enjoyed it. There was a lot of BS, a lot of bullshit being talked when I was in the tackle shop.
Absolutely. And it's only getting more and more. So.
Yeah, and some really good pizza and tacos. I would have never guessed I'd get good tacos in Okinawa, Japan. But those tacos were phenomenal.
Yeah, the King Tacos is right next. They're actually world renowned. We get a lot of tourist business because of that taco shop.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember they brought in whatever it was, 6 tacos, however many come into the whole thing, and I was sitting there just chowing away on tacos.
Yep. It's a good time.
It was a great time. I totally enjoyed my time in Okinawa, and I'm looking forward to my next time in Okinawa.
Absolutely.
If you want to bring that up now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm hoping, I would like for you to come before then, but if not, we definitely, we're excited. We're going to be hosting our tournament here, the Monza International Billfish Tournament. We're bringing it back. We're going to host it here, and we're bringing in a super cool tournament director who's also the tournament director of the Blue Marlin World Cup, Fly Navarro. He's going to come in and direct it for us. So I'm super stoked that you're coming out here for that.
I'm looking forward to it, and it's really one of those things that I love the fact that you are trying to introduce tagging and releasing to the island, and the fact that we can put on what may be the first tag and release tournament in Okinawa.
My knowledge, it's going to be the first, or at least it's going to be the only current running tournament that is devoted to tag and release. So it's going to be a big deal. We've already talked. We've got several boats that have pledged to fish with us. We're going to run a charter league too, try to fly some teams in from some other places. It should be a really, really good deal. We're going to do it in an Okinawan cultural style. So there'll be an Okinawan festival right in the middle of it when the teams aren't fishing. So it's going to be a pretty extravagant event, hosted right here close to us, right where I live here at the Monza Hotel, A&A Intercontinental Hotel.
That's a wrap. See you guys next time.
Thanks.
Big fish.